introduce Crolla, trying to interrogate him, who I always say, despite being the biggest pain in my backside, is completely dedicated to his fighters in the sport, and tactically they both got it bang on tonight. So far away with your question.
Guys, listen, Liam said a few times now, but I don't want to have to watch it back, but I don't know if it might have been top of the night back in November. It was, I think why it felt looks was such a tricky first defence, and there's a lot of people out there saying, they're those same people now. Said was going to do Russell, then there was fighting, he was going to get knocked out for Russell. Russell probably wasn't all that good. That's what I'm going to say now. We're never going to please everyone, but it was nice to have I don't want to say a defining fight, but it was a fight that we remembered for a bit.
I was very nervous going into this fight. I spoke to everybody, but I always felt Crolla. I'd only done 8 rounds, and that was 5 years ago. And I just thought sometimes, listen, you've got to get hit on the outside, but also get hit on the inside and hit back. And I said that we had to go in the eye of the storm and have some rough moments, keep it tight. But whilst we were there, keep it tight and make Crolla work really hard, which he did do, and I was surprised how quickly he came apart, to be honest. He was lifting up and falling in his shots, and then Anthony all of a sudden after 2 rounds started chipping away with a jab, then a good right hand to the body, then a good right hook, and Crolla, he might like hitting people, but he don't like getting hit himself. And I said to Anthony, I think it was after round 5, where Anthony, I'm so proud of you, you're doing brilliant for now, just stick with it, we've got this. Obviously with Stephen in America, he was doing really good, and that one slipped off, cost him, and I couldn't allow Anthony to have any slip up whatsoever because we knew how hard Crolla hit. But Anthony stuck to the game plan, and he's still the world champion.
And I could see him getting frustrated, thinking, I'm not getting through. And my face might tell them a different story, but I didn't think I got hit that much. I just looked in the mirror, I must have took a fair few. But no, honestly, I knew one thing I can do is stick to a plan. Joe, you don't get praise easy, but Joe does say I can stick to a plan. I felt round by round I was getting more and more into it. I said to Joe, it was in the second or third, I only clipped him with the left upper, but I knew he felt it. It was only half a shot, it seemed nothing, but I knew he felt it, so I knew he was starting landing good body shots. It would be a matter of time.
Carry on to say this, and it's like a football manager, they only can tell the team how to play, it's up to them going out. But listen, we was back here in February and I took unbelievable stick, rightly so, but like I say, for all them that were quick to slate me, I hope they go on Twitter tonight, they're all very opinionated, come back down, hold their hands up. They've got to give it one way, they've got to give it the other way, so you're all giving me in February, we'll come out now and give it back, and not just give it me, but give it Anthony Crolla. What a performance, this fella just keeps getting better and better and better. And what an atmosphere, what a crowd, and what a turnout. And I know the show went on late, but the fans stuck there, and like Anthony said, this is his fortress now, and no one's coming in and taking away that from him.
How does his performance compare for a first offence for British World Champion?
Listen, you can see that in the bookies beforehand, that no one had Crolla to win by knockout. Everyone thought he was going to get knocked out, and Crolla just went in there tonight and ripped up the form book and made a few of the bookies, so that tells you everything. He went in there and he took on the most feared lightweight, hardest punching lightweight in the world, and Crolla's people came up to me when you've got the #1 lightweight in the world there, and then, thank you very much, I know that.
That was our Hamish guys just asking if Ryan Ross by following the unification. He could have any unification he wants. So he can have Bartholomew, he can have Zlaticanin against Marceli winner, or Linares if he could put in WBC diamond, Flanagan, doesn't really matter. He could have a voluntary, a nice voluntary. But, you know, basically, you know, what happens is I put the options to Anthony and Joe, and they'll decide what they want to do. But, you know, that was an horrible position to be in tonight, and we had to take it on the chin because the WBA gave us the rematch, and they set forth the rules thereafter. We probably could have swerved it with a little bit of ducking and diving, but he didn't want to swerve it, and he was so intent on fighting Barroso. And I did say to him, if you beat Barroso, it takes you to another level. And it is, and you know, there'll be questions about Flanagan, and you know, and this isn't a night, in my opinion, to talk about that. But that is obviously one of our options. But with Anthony, the goal of any fighter in this horrible sport is to make sure that they build a future for themselves. and he's on the way to doing it. We're nowhere near it. Every time you win, it's just another step up the ladder to the place you want to be when it's all over. And I don't really look at how far he can go. Fine, that's up to Joe. I look at how can I get Anthony Crolla in a position where he lives the kind of life and he has the position in life that he wants to have.
Where do you think this night ranks in memorable boxing nights in this arena?
I spoke to my old man and he says he thinks it was one of the best performances ever in Richmond. And as far as this arena goes, I mean, other than happening against Costa Azul, which of course was one of the memorable nights anyway, I think that was right up. I mean, again, we went late because of Chisora, but the atmosphere was sensational. A few people had a few bits too much to drink, but that's okay, it's boxing. And everybody, you could tell by the reaction that everybody knew how difficult the fight was. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a standing defence where you go, well done, mate, you defended title. It was like winning the world title, wasn't it? It was the feeling and the atmosphere was bigger than Perez because everyone knew how tough it was. And I think there was an element of good old Crolla. Well, he won the world title and he'll probably give it away tonight, but we'll go and support him. And now, people are really going, fuck me, he can really fight. And I'm so excited about the future. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. Most top level fighters have between 2 and 3 fights a year. When you box in 18 months, it's quite difficult to fit the 3. Do you know what I mean? So we either go standard defence and then a big one, or we just wait for the huge one in September, October. But I'll do whatever Joe tells me.
I was sitting ringside watching the fight. I was also watching the Twitter feed of all the boxing journalists and sort of fans. And the Sky commentators obviously must have been saying that this is the game plan, he's going to wear him out, and people were saying, oh, don't be stupid, this commentary's ridiculous, he's just getting his ass beat. Then you stopped him, and Twitter went dead.
That's exactly it. Those are the same people.
It's a blowjob club on Twitter. There's around 20 of them from 50 different accounts. They'll suck each other off. That's it.
That's it. Like I said, they're the same people. Same people who say Joe's not got a gym, but he's not got any champions.
Sure.
Them people just stay tight, let him punch himself out a little bit, and just stay switched on. And if there's any little counters, I should have probably counted a few more early on, but I just wanted to be careful. I felt comfortable in there, like one of his asked how hard was it to stick to that plan. It wasn't. Scott Wood got criticised for defending. He probably did, but Scott was saying I was just enjoying myself. He wasn't really getting it, but he wasn't doing much back. And like I said, I knew Barroso was coming apart a little bit, so I was comfortable in there for a few more rounds. And so then I remember looking over, not at the ring girl, but she had the card. I remember seeing 6 and I thought, brilliant. I know he's going, but I just didn't want it to be good. He was going so fast, I wanted it to be 9 and he started seeing the finishing line and stuff like that.
Personally, I'd like to see on Monday morning Anthony Crolla getting the credit and the column spaces that he deserves in all the national papers. Because last year he was one of the most viewed fighters in Sky. There'll be a good turnout again tonight. And if that was, and this is not good ahead, but if that was Joshua tonight, his heavyweight champion, we've got a good lightweight champion here that's come back from it. He should be getting the column space and the injuries plastered all over the papers Monday. And if Amir wins, obviously we're in competition with him, I'm sure he'll take it, but if he doesn't, then give credit where it's due, because everyone should be proud of Anthony Crolla.